Welcome to Students for Liberty Awards 2020.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Laer and I'm the CEO of Students for Liberty. Students for Liberty is the largest pro-liberty student organization in the world. And today we are here to present to you the Students for Liberty Awards for 2020. And there's much to celebrate, and there has been a very tough selection because over the past year our student leaders have organized 2,786 events. 2,786 events with over 120,000 people in attendance. So it has been tough. But every year we are selecting the best student volunteer, we're selecting the best event, we're selecting the best alumni. And normally we're doing this during our flagship event, LibertyCon, here in Washington, D.C. However, due to obvious reasons, we cannot do it this year. Therefore, we want to continue within our tradition and give really kudos and credit to our best students through this award ceremony that we're giving out live now. So with further ado, I hope that you're all safe and sound at home and enjoy this year's ceremony.
Event of the Year.
In the last school year, all of our students have organized an incredible 2,786 events in a single year. And I really want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I know how much time, effort and energy you've put into these events. And it's really incredible that you have spread the ideas of liberty, free markets, free speech, the respect for the individual to over 100,000 people around the world. So we all as Students for Liberty are incredibly grateful to you that you're pulling this off, and it's amazing. And right now we want to show you a couple of competitors that we had for this year Events of the Year. So take a look now.
The Great Lakes Debate, Africa. The event was premised on removing barriers to trade, new opportunities, and promoting free enterprise in Burundi, Rwanda, and the Congo. These debates reached 1,322 students over a total of 57 events. Why Debt Forgiveness is Wrong, Asia Pacific. This lecture about the government's plan to forgive debt included renowned speakers and attracted over 50 students from different faculties, making it one of the most successful events of the region. The Bright Students Project, Brazil. This event aimed to encourage students to attend regular classes dedicated to the study of libertarian themes. Almost 3,500 people were reached through this initiative, including children and teachers. Tbilisi Regional Conference, Europe. A live panel discussion was held between two leaders of opposition parties in what was the largest conference in ESFL history. The event saw over 1,300 attendees and allowed us to add almost 4,000 new contacts. The UCV Talks with Maria Corina, Latin America. This local group organized a forum with the most influential pro-liberty political leader in Venezuela, providing a space where students could have debates on issues such as the necessary policies for building a free society. Restoring Justice Summit, North America. This summit focused on bringing to light the issue of criminal justice reform. Over 100 students came together to discuss the next steps in the fight for policy equality and rehabilitation. Liberty Discussions, South Asia. A set of monthly meetings originally started in 2014. The topics discussed range from individual liberty to current political trends. The event has engaged over 300 participants.
Event of the Year award goes to the Restoring Justice Summit. Congratulations.
Group of the Year.
In Students for Liberty, we are very proud of having formed a unique community, a community that goes beyond borders, because liberty knows no borders. And so most of the very important work is getting done through the work of university groups all around the world. And today we want to honor the most successful groups of the year. So show us the groups.
Students for Liberty, Nigeria, Africa. SFL Nigeria continues to be the largest and most active of Students for Liberty groups in Africa. The group has a team of 282 leaders, hosting the greatest number of events in ASFL, as well as regular group meetings online. Students for Liberty, Mongolia, Asia Pacific. One of the most impactful teams in the Asia Pacific region. Thanks to the team, the flame of liberty shines brighter than ever in Mongolia. Clube Farroupilha, Brazil. The club's activists organized the largest tax-free week in the state, reaching about 3,000 people. The event appeared several times in both local and national media. Students for Liberty, UK and Ireland, Europe. In addition to hosting 30 events bringing a pro-liberty perspective to critical topics such as Brexit, this group has also produced the most prolific leaders. Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Latin America. Being the center of operation for the Es Libertad national team, they also help to expand Students for Liberty's reach in the Andean region. The group has now been running local weekly events for over 2 years. Eagles for Liberty, North America. One of the Students for Liberty's oldest and longest-running student groups. The group has organized several events with important figures such as Steve Forbes. 8 alumni have now launched their careers in the Liberty movement. Students for Liberty, Mumbai, South Asia. This group has grown to become one of the most successful groups in the region. With the event series Thinking Better Together, the group has engaged with over 450 participants through Socratic seminars.
And the winner of the Group of the Year award is Students for Liberty, Nigeria. And while we are here to celebrate the accomplishments, we also always take a minute to remember all of the volunteers that served here in Students for Liberty, but who unfortunately passed on way too young. So please remain silent for a minute with me now in their memory. Last year, a great champion of liberty passed away, Donald Smith. Don was one of our first supporters here at Students for Liberty. And he always had such a passion for the ideas of liberty, and especially for young people, and especially for the work that we are doing here at Students for Liberty. He believed so strongly in our mission that he traveled to many of our events, including one of the first European LibertyCons. And he was there, and I was a student back then, and I was organizing a conference, and I had the chance to talk to him. And he just asked me a bunch of questions, where I'm from and what we were doing there, and he was such a down-to-earth person. And I always admired that about him. But I admired so many other things about him. Even though he had the means of taking a limousine if he wished, or flying first class, he never did that. He took the bus or he took the subway in New York to go to different events and to go to his meetings. He also never flew first class. Why? Because he wanted to save all of the money and put it into pro-liberty causes. He wanted to invest it into the liberty movement. And therefore, Don is really a personal hero of mine. I'm very proud to announce today that because of Don, we will rename the Student of the Year award to the Smith Student of the Year award. And I think he would really would have loved that. Because he liked young people and he loved liberty. So with that being said, I think he would also really like the stories that I have to tell you now. Because you, our student leaders, you contribute to the largest extent to our mission to educate, develop and empower the next generation of leaders of liberty. And last year we had over 3,700 student volunteers trained across the world. And you are the lifeblood of the organization, and I want to thank each single one of you for your contributions. Because without you, all what we're accomplishing would not be possible. So without further ado, I really wanted you to see some of the most noteworthy students of the past year.
Dixon Kigora, Africa. He has put in so much effort and has successfully assisted in growing Students for Liberty's presence in the Southern African region. Previously having almost no representation in SFL, the region now has 71 leaders. Haikal Kernaiwan, Asia Pacific. Leading the largest team in the Asia Pacific region, Haikal was essential to our overall success in Indonesia. As a leader, he has encouraged many others to become better advocates for liberty in their communities. Naimora Shu, Brazil. As the president of Group Farroupilha, Naimora managed to take her leadership to a new level. Under her direction, the group reached over 3,000 people. They received 500 attendees at their largest training. Sarah Sanchez Medina, Europe. Sarah held the top spot on the European Students for Liberty leaderboard for several months and was accepted as ESFL's programs intern for 2 terms, where she greatly assisted in the recruitment, onboarding, and management of the program. She also helped organize ESFL's top leadership retreat. Maria Jose Bernal, Latin America. Being the only local coordinator in Colombia, she managed to expand the organization from her hometown, Medellin, to 3 more cities: Barranquilla, Cúcuta, and Bogotá. Christian Watson, North America. Christian organized several events with hundreds of attendees, defended the ideas of liberty in a live debate, and has been published in numerous outlets, and has recently launched a podcast. Sugandhi Bogupali, South Asia. Sugandhi started her journey with SFL as a local coordinator. She soon advanced to the position of regional coordinator for South India. Under her leadership, the region hosted several large-scale events.
The Smith Student of the Year. And the winner is Naimora Shu from Brazil.
Alumni of the Year.
And now it is time to give out the Alumni of the Year award. This is one of the most crucial awards because it really reflects what we are accomplishing here at Students for Liberty. I've talked about the thousands of events we've organized, the over 120,000 people that we had at our events. But why are we doing all of this? Yes, we are educating many people around the world about the ideas of liberty, and that's fantastic. But more importantly, you, our students, you organizing these events, and you're challenging yourself in this way. You're learning to do something new, maybe speaking in front of an audience that you have never done. You're working together with a team, you're coming up with a marketing plan. And all of these things will give you more confidence, more skills, and more knowledge that you can use to make campuses and universities free today, but also make society even freer tomorrow. And therefore we are very proud of our alumni. And we have alumni now throughout society, in politics, in academia, in journalism, in arts, in music. And we need good pro-liberty advocates in all of these areas. And therefore, I'm especially privileged to give this year's Alumnus of the Year award to Gianluca Lorenzo. Congratulations.
Students for Liberty's alumnus Gianluca Lorenzo is working for freedom in Brazil and succeeding. As a student, he was heavily involved in Students for Liberty, and he ran the influential group Clube Farroupilha, a club dedicated to spreading the ideals of classical liberalism. With an interest in economics, he served as COO of Miss Brazil upon graduation, worked as a consultant with McKinsey & Company, and is now Secretary for Economic Monitoring in Brazil's Ministry of Economy. In his previous role as Director of Debureaucratization, he was truly making it easier for free people and free markets to thrive in Brazil. In August 2019, the legislature of Brazil passed the Provisional Measure of Economic Freedom to make it law. It's basically the Economic Bill of Rights. This legislation aims to foster entrepreneurship in Brazil by reducing arbitrary and costly regulations that make it difficult to start a business. According to the Secretary of Economic Policy from the Ministry of Economy, the PM of Economic Freedom will increase GDP by 7% in the next 10 to 15 years and will reduce unemployment by 4%. Students for Liberty helped enable him to make such a difference.
Hello, it's a great pleasure and an honor to officially accept the award of Alumni of the Year from Students for Liberty Network. This has been one of the many blessings that SFL has given me, and truly I'm honored and I'm so thankful for it. Thanks to SFL, I've been part of the Liberty movement for almost a decade. I've been able to found back in 2013 an SFL local campus chapter that has grown into a fully realized institute which is now responsible for events, is responsible for so many pro-liberty leaders inside Brazil, including a former recipient of this award and also a congressman. We have such an amazing network of students all over the world, and to me, to receive this award and being able to be part of it is just such an honor. I'd like to also dedicate this award to every single institute and every single group in Brazil that have been helping us on this journey. It has been truly a challenge for all of us here in order to change the mindset and the assumptions of public policy. But thanks to organizations such as SFL, we're succeeding on it. Right now, I'm in the federal government thanks to my work in the liberty movement, thanks to the knowledge and the skills that I've got from it, both in management and on public policy. So I'm most certainly grateful for it. I'd like to dedicate this award for my local SFL chapter, Clube Farroupilha, which still inspire me every day and is responsible for my career. And for everyone in there, a big thank you. This belongs to you. Thank you so much.
Now, this has been an incredible event, and I am so blessed to be working with all of you so that we can see such great students, so many great groups, fantastic events, and alumni that make the world a freer place. And I want to thank each one of you for being here and for doing the work. I want to thank the donors for their commitments to the ideas and for supporting you, our students. I want to thank you, the students, for all of the work that you do. I know how hard it is, but you're really making a difference. And I want to thank also the staff of Students for Liberty for being so committed and working tirelessly to support our students and making the world a freer place. I hope you enjoyed this evening. I certainly did, and I'm incredibly excited and have a lot of hope for the future after having seen all of the great efforts that you are putting out there. So thanks again for this, and I wish you a wonderful day.